Okay, so I couldn't actually shoot painting this model. Let's see if it'll come into focus for us. Please, please. No. Come on, you. Focus. No, it's not working. Okay. Let's do this manually. Get the focus here. Alright. So, there we go. There we go. Alright. So here's the model. Still working on this base part. Not doing the best job in the world. But I thought I might try to do a little bit of a marble type effect on these steps, which are looking quite boring right now. And was on Ventrilo with some of my buddies, and one of them said, hey, shoot that, because I want to see how you do that. So we're doing that. So the first thing I'm going to do, just took a little bit of brown. What was that? That was chocolate brown or something like that. And then I'm going to take a brush with a fine tip, like so. And I'm going to just paint in some brown streaks. So I just paint in. Ooh. Let's try it this way. I don't know if you can see this or not, but just paint in like brown, crackly vein things. Obviously these are not gonna look great when you first paint them in. That's what I'm doing. Just crackly brown veins. Ooh, that one was kind of thick. That's a good one. And you don't have to put too much on here, just a few. Just a few to make it look cool. Okay. Let's do one there. Okay. So, first part. Then I'm going to add a little bit of violet. I'm going to add some violets and reds to it. Give it a little bit of a kind of a marble effect. Because if you've ever looked at marble, it'll have these different colored veins to them. The darkest ones being brown, and you've got like red browns in there. You've got violet, you've got some kind of like pinkish ones, reddish ones, and that's all in the marble. And the key to doing this, or at least the theory that I'm working with, is you want those veins to kind of overlap a little bit and trick the eyes into thinking that there's some sort of a marbling going on. So we're going to do that. I'm recording right now, Jake, just so you know. Still here, though.
Okay.
And here, Jake. We're just talking a little bit while we're painting. So, a couple of these veins going in there. And you know what? This color is a little too dark. Too dark. And you don't want to have too many veins going because you don't want to ruin your own effect. Alright, so there's that. Now I'm going to go with something really much lighter. I'm actually going to just go with straight pink. Straight pink into the mix. Put a couple of pink veins in. And this is going to look a little over the top for right now. It's going to look a little over the top and it's going to look a little flat. Don't worry, we're going to fix that. I hope. So either this is going to look cool or it's going to suck or whatever. So some pink in there. Our SoCal Malifaux Facebook stuff is going pretty wild right now. What's nice about this marbling effect, you can be horrible at freehand like me, and it should work out alright. How's that? Not bad. Probably need some pure violet or something in here. That's not bad. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like garbage right now, I know. And if you have too many, that's fine. Just go back with your gray. Cover over what you don't want. Some pretty cool looking marble type effects going on here. Just pick a little bit of that purple back in. Just do some really weird ones like on the edge. Okay. Alright. Weird looking enough. So then, we give this a quick wash with, and I've been thinking about this. What do I want to wash this with? I kind of want it to be like a marble / alabaster look. And I need to find the right wash. Did I already break it out? Maybe I didn't. I don't see it in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't see it. No. Alright, I have to pause the tape because I can't find my wash. So, anyway, be right back. Okay, here we go. So going with some purple wash. Kind of blend some of this in because it's blues and it's browns and purples and so forth. And so I'm gonna run this purple wash over it. Give me some shadow. Actually going a little heavier than I wanted to, but that's alright. Not the end of the world. A little bit of purple in here. Wow. All the little sound effects going on while I'm painting. Let's see. This is not the best brush in the world that I'm using. It's actually a stiffer brush than I'm used to using. So I'm going to wash this whole thing down. In fact, I kind of need to water down my wash a little bit more than I have, but Let's flood the area first so I can get all my shadow down. Alright. Ooh. Let's see. So now it's starting to look a little weird. Looking a little bit too stormy. So start soaking some of this up. So I'm going to start soaking it up and picking it up and moving. Quite the conversation going on Facebook. But all I really wanted to do is just provide some shadow, just a little bit. Luckily with this wash, I can move things around. And you can feather it out too. So it's starting to leave a kind of a cool, slightly more believable marbleization. There's such a word. There we go. It's also providing a little bit of extra shadow on the bottom. Like where the feet meet the base. So it's almost like it's just like a rubbing stain. So that's gone. Most of it's gone, you can see. There we go. There. So now it looks okay. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. And if you need to, you can retouch certain areas. So it looks like I did something bad there. It's not too bad. Not too bad. There's the mini. It's not going to look terribly different than what we've got going on here. I'm going to let this dry, then I'm going to hit the little triangle things in there with some more gray, and then I'm ready to glaze this thing. So be back in a little bit. Okay, so I've been letting this dry for a while. Did a very light highlight along the edges there. You can barely see it, but it looks like garbage. Does not look good, guys. Not really. So what I'm going to do is take some white glaze, thinned it down, and you're supposed to use a very soft brush when you're applying a light glaze. So I'm actually going to use a shader brush, which is more like a dry brush, but this is an artist shader brush. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm only going to go over the flat surfaces here. What that's going to do is it should level off really nicely. Should leave a little bit of a sheen to it. Yeah, this thing works out. It's actually going to help kind of cover up the blemishes and mess that I've got on the model, because it's just not looking so hot right now. So we're going to see how this goes. I thinned down the glaze significantly. So it's going to go on kind of milky, and it's going to take a little while to dry, but hopefully once it dries, it should leave a nice kind of cloudy marble effect rather than this sort of purple veiny storm I've got going on here. Move that out of the way. And a little bit of this glaze on there. Now the most important thing when you're putting a glaze on, besides how thin you're going, is you want to let the glaze kind of level. You know, you don't want to leave brush marks on the glaze. So go thin. Keep the glaze moving along the surface there. And all I want is just kind of a cloudier, marble-like effect. Because that's, you know, I don't know if you stared at marble much, but there's lots of colors in marble. But the whole thing just kind of seems to be buried under this high polished, high glazed type of deal. So I'm really just kind of spreading it out and letting the glaze level itself. Let's see. I know. Probably, I think the reflection of the glaze is actually preventing you from seeing this. Let's see if I can show you this though. Let's see how I'm just real gentle. Nice clean, even strokes. And that's all you really want to do with a glaze. And hopefully this will look like polished marble. There's sort of an alabaster tone to it. Be careful when of brushing over where you've already kind of put the glaze, because you're going to actually end up pulling it, and when you pull it you're going to leave brush strokes, so just be a little bit careful. You just kind of want it to kind of cloud up. Okay. It's already looking better. This might be even so subtle that you can't make out the fine detail on camera. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because it'll look better. Ooh, see this long flat spot here? I can hit that, the glaze. But I don't want to do the ribbing down below. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to let that kind of do its thing. Last thing for me to do is to paint the black, actually repaint the black along the rim, because that got jacked up, and just let this model dry. And oh, see how there's still some spots here, back in here especially, where the glaze did not reach. I want to move glaze along there, just Just let it kind of set up and do its thing. There's that. Then I'm going to just paint the black, and I'll show you this when it's dry. Okay, so it's just about drying. It looks okay on camera, but it doesn't look very good to me here in real life, which is like the opposite of the beauty here. She's not looking great on camera, but she actually looks pretty good when you look at the model live. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna knock out another really thin coat of the glaze. Try to give it. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't want to do the glaze here. I'm actually gonna hit it with some gloss varnish now, because I don't really need to obscure more of the I don't need to obscure more of the marbling. I just need to give it a little bit of sheen. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some of this glaze out. And not glaze, I'm sorry, gloss varnish. Thin it down, get some water going. So I just want to give it a little bit of sheen. Want that surface to look like polished marble. So, and yeah, this is actually gonna. It should tone the color. The color should actually, because it's a whitish color, should gray up a bit, but then it should go up in sheen too. So, let's see how this works. And let me find the right brush to do this with. Oh, I'll use that one. And use this one. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Just knock that out real quick. And this is similar to the glaze. You don't want to leave heavy brush strokes in it. So go thin, go light. And if you've got brush strokes that are leaving kind of a ropiness, just kind of come back in with a little bit of water. And let the whole thing kind of settle out and flow out on its own. This should look pretty cool, I think. I don't know. We're hoping for the best here, folks. Hoping for the best. I really want this to look more like polished marble. And for the most part it does. It's tricking the eye into thinking, oh wait, there it goes. It's actually looking pretty good. Alright. So you guys can't really see any difference. So sorry about that. It's a white marble style thing. Actually, you can kind of see it there. You can see how it's like kind of swirly looking. It's not all veiny like it was. The veins are actually pretty subtle now that I've went back with the glaze and the gloss varnish. So we're going to let that dry, and we'll see how that goes.